The world is asleep, you're at work, and you're wondering, am I the only one who feels like this? Here's something nobody talks about. Working nights doesn't just flip your schedule, it flips your entire mental and emotional world. I'm talking about that specific kind of loneliness that hits at 4 a.m. when you're scrolling through Instagram, seeing everyone's brunch photos while you're on your break eating cold leftovers. That brain fog that makes you forget words mid-sentence. The guilt when you miss another family birthday because you're sleeping. If you've ever felt invisible, disconnected, or like you're slowly losing yourself to the night shift, you're not alone. And more importantly, there are real, practical ways to protect your mental health that actually work. Let's talk about what nobody tells night shift workers about staying mentally strong. Let's get real about why night shift hits different mentally. Your body has a built-in clock called the circadian rhythm. When you work nights, you're literally fighting millions of years of human evolution. Every single shift. This isn't about being tough enough. This is biology. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain chemistry changes. Working against your natural rhythm disrupts serotonin and dopamine, your happiness and motivation chemicals. That's why you might feel flat or down even when nothing's technically wrong. Your stress hormones go haywire. Cortisol gets scrambled on night shift, leading to more anxiety, irritability, and that wired but tired feeling. Social isolation becomes real. When everyone's daily rhythm is opposite to yours, you start living in a different dimension. One nurse described it perfectly. I don't feel sad exactly, I just feel absent from my own life. The hardest part? People don't understand. They say, just sleep during the day, or at least you get shift differential. They don't get that this goes way deeper than being tired. But here's what matters. Recognizing this isn't weakness, it's awareness, and awareness is the first step to taking control. Let's talk about the basics that everyone mentions, but nobody explains how to actually do on night shift. Sleep, your mental health anchor. Create a cave. Blackout curtains aren't enough. Use aluminum foil behind them if needed, get a sleep mask, cover every LED light. Your room should be pitch black. Temperature matters. Keep your room cold, around 65 to 68 degrees. Get a fan for white noise. This alone can change everything. Protect your sleep like it's sacred. Phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell family this is your nighttime. You wouldn't interrupt someone at 2 a.m., so they shouldn't interrupt you at 2 p.m. Wind down after your shift. You're still wired. Give yourself 30-60 minutes to decompress. Warm shower, light reading, a podcast. Signal to your brain it's time to power down. Food. Fuel or fog. Your blood sugar affects your mood directly. That 3 a.m. crash? It's also a mood crash. Eat like you're on day shift. Just shifted. Pack real meals, not just snacks. Protein and healthy fats keep you stable. Cut caffeine 4 to 5 hours before shift end so you can actually sleep when you get home. Movement. The underrated game changer. Movement is medicine for your mental health. You don't need an hour at the gym. You need 20 minutes of something that gets your heart rate up. Before your shift is ideal. Even on shift, take walking breaks instead of sitting breaks. Social isolation is the silent killer of night shift mental health. You're not antisocial. You're just living in a different time zone from everyone you know. But humans need connection. So let's get strategic. Your night shift tribe. Find your people. Other night shifters get it. Whether it's work colleagues or online communities, you need people who understand your reality. Quality over quantity. You can't attend every event. Be selective. One meaningful dinner with friends beats 10 events you drag yourself to out of guilt. Staying present in relationships. Communicate clearly. Tell people you care about what you need. I love you and want time with you. My sleep is as important as yours. Here's when I'm available. Schedule connection time. Block out specific times for important people. Make them non-negotiable. Put your phone away. Be fully there. Rituals create connection. A text when you start work. A voice note to your kids. A weekly video call. Small, consistent touch points prevent drifting apart. Dealing with FOMO. Reframe it. You're not missing out. You're experiencing something most people never will. There's magic in the quiet hours, pride in doing essential work while others sleep. Create your own experiences. The world at 2 a.m. has its own vibe. Find the 24-hour spots. Watch the sunrise after your shift. You have access to a version of the world most people never see. Let's talk about what happens in your head during those long, quiet hours. Everything feels heavier at 3 a.m. Anxiety whispers louder. That thing you said 5 years ago suddenly feels urgent. The 3 a.m. spiral, name it to tame it. Say out loud, "This is 3 a.m. brain. This isn't reality. This is circadian rhythm disruption." Sounds silly. Works incredibly well. The 24-hour rule. If something feels overwhelming during your shift, tell yourself you'll think about it after you've slept. Most 4 a.m. crises are just thoughts. Sleep changes everything. Have a mental health emergency kit, a podcast that makes you laugh, a playlist that lifts your mood, photos that remind you why you're doing this. Know what works before you need it. Quick tools that actually work. The 5-4-3-2-1 technique. When overwhelmed, name 5 things you see, 4 you hear, 3 you touch, 2 you smell, 1 you taste. Brings you back to the present. Takes 60 seconds. Box breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Do this for 2 minutes. It literally changes your nervous system. Gratitude shifts perspective. During your shift, find 3 specific things that went okay. I had a good conversation. That coffee was surprisingly good. I handled that situation well. Your brain needs evidence that good things exist. When to ask for help. If you're feeling consistently hopeless, having thoughts of self-harm, experiencing panic attacks, or can't function, that's time to talk to a professional. Many workplaces have employee assistance programs. Use them. Therapy isn't weakness, it's healthcare. Build your personal reset routine. What helps you return to yourself after a hard shift? Maybe it's a long drive with music, a hot shower, journaling. Find what works for you and protect it like it's sacred. Here's what most people get wrong. They think the goal is to survive night shift. The real goal? Actually building a life you're proud of. Redefining success. Success on night shift doesn't look like everyone else's version. Stop measuring yourself by day shift standards. Your success might be showing up consistently, maintaining relationships that matter, taking care of health basics, and finding moments of genuine joy. That's not settling. That's wisdom. Finding purpose in the dark. While the world sleeps, you're keeping things running. Whether healthcare, manufacturing, security, logistics, you're doing essential work. Connect to your why. When you feel disconnected, remind yourself that your presence matters. Lives and systems depend on people like you showing up in the dark hours. The truth about resilience. You are more resilient than you think. The fact that you're watching this means you're trying. You're not giving up. Every shift you complete while fighting your circadian rhythm is strength. Every time you choose health over convenience, you're investing in yourself. Every boundary you set, you're protecting your well-being. That's not survival. That's resilience in action. Listen, working nights is genuinely hard, but you don't have to figure it out alone. First, head to nightshiftershub.com. We've built a community of night shift workers sharing strategies, supporting each other, and proving you can thrive on this schedule. Real stories, in-depth guides, and people who actually understand. Second, subscribe to this channel. We're creating content specifically for the invisible workforce. That's you. No generic 9-to-5 advice. Real strategies for real night shift challenges. Third, try one thing from this video this week. Not everything. Just one. Maybe it's fixing your sleep environment. Maybe it's setting a boundary. Small actions compound into real change. Drop a comment below. What's your biggest mental health challenge on night shift? What's helped you? Let's learn from each other. You're not alone out there in the dark hours. There's a whole community of us, staying strong and proving you can protect your mental health while working nights. Stay strong, night shifter. You've got this.